Hello, this is Robert from Spiritual Numerology, and today I would like to take a few minutes to provide you with some ideas on how you can get the best possible numerology reading. So let's get started. Well, okay, nowadays it's fairly easy to get a numerology reading. There are hundreds of websites proposing numerology reports and even free numerology readings, and there are probably thousands of self-proclaimed numerologists offering their services in the yellow pages newspapers and on various magazines. So the question is not where to get a numerology reading, but what to do in order to get a really good one. Well, basically you have three different possibilities to get your numerology reading. You can consult a professional numerologist, you can buy a customized numerology report, or you can also do your own numerology analysis. So let's discuss each of these solutions in a bit more detail. Well, let's have a look at the first possibility, consulting a professional numerologist. Well, this may possibly provide you with the most accurate numerology reading, but there are also drawbacks and dangers. First of all, some numerologists are really expensive. Well, I remember a couple of years ago I paid about something like $300 for a 45-minute consultation, and I wasn't satisfied at all with the reading. On the other hand, I also had some readings for around, I don't know, maybe $70 or $80, and they were really excellent. But I also had cheaper readings which weren't really good. So money, in my opinion, isn't really an indicator for a good numerology analysis. In my opinion, a good numerologist has to know numerology very well. Well, okay, that's just common sense. But he or she also needs to have a well-developed intuition. And I think that's what really separates the good numerologist from the mediocre. Numerology is not just about the mathematical calculation and analysis of your numbers. And as already mentioned, well, there are lots of self-proclaimed numerologists that often do more harm than good, and that's why I suggest you call your numerologist and ask some specific questions before you make an appointment. Well, here are some ideas for questions you could ask. For example, you could ask what numerology numbers and cycles will actually be analyzed. This should give you an idea of how well the person actually understands numerology. Or as an answer, you want to get the core numbers, like the soul urge number, the expression number, the basic numerology cycle numbers, and so on. Another question could be, for example, you could ask how the numerology reading will actually be performed. And this should give you an idea if the numerologist also uses the intuitive component in his numerology readings. Well, let's have a look at the next possibility. As I mentioned, you can also buy customized numerology reports. Well, these reports are often promoted on specific magazines, on various websites, and the advantage of these reports is that they're often relatively cheap and they can be very detailed. On the other hand, many of these reports are also pretty useless, and sometimes you might have to order several numerology readings from different sources until you find a really good one. For example, I remember I once ordered such a report for about, I think it was $99, and all I got was a 30-page booklet which was a very poor, highly generic computer-generated analysis. So again, the most expensive is not necessarily the best. And now for the last and final solution, well, you could do your own numerology analysis. Well, this of course requires some time and patience, but it can also be a lot of fun. And actually lots of books on numerology out there, and well, as always, there are good ones and there are bad ones. And to get started with numerology, I recommend a book from Hans Steikos, which is called Numerology, a complete guide to understanding and using your numbers of destiny. Well, you should be easily able to find it on Amazon.com or with any book dealer. And if you want to do your own numerology reading, I also recommend you download my free numerology calculator from my website, spiritualnumerology.com. The software calculates all the numerology numbers and cycles that are discussed in Hans Daker's book. Okay, well, I hope my advice on how to choose your numerology reading provided you with some ideas and allows you to get the best possible numerology reading you can get. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.